Well, welcome to Garden Like a Guru again this week. So, our weekly recap of what's coming up, what you can expect to get accomplished in the garden, and what the cosmos has got in store for us. This is our week leading up to the kickoff of our hands on learning in the garden experience, where we're encouraging people to come out and learn a little bit about wild gathering and a little bit about what grows in the garden and a bit about how you can combine the two and make things kind of happen for you so you can be harvesting at this time of year and not having to wait till the end. Um, so that'll be kicking off in the coming weekend here. And if you go to our Facebook page, you'll find all sorts of information about it. We've got 3 different locations, and it's really exciting as far as I'm concerned, anyway. So here we are on Monday, and the moon currently, right now, is this close to coming out of a void of course period and will be coming right into Pisces. Now we're in the fourth quarter, so that's tricky for planting much of anything. Now, Pisces being, a really good, solid, fertile water sign, can mitigate a few things in that department. So, especially if it's leaf producing, so if it's things like your brassicas, lettuce, spinach, those kind of things, and you're desperate. But please, let me emphasize that you really need to be pretty desperate to be planting in the fourth quarter. So, but if you got to get them in the ground because of some other considerations, you're going away, or you're not going to be able to have the time to get to it next week, or they're going to be way too big by next week. Yeah, this will give you a little bit of an edge later on today and all day tomorrow. But generally speaking, the moon's shrinking right now. We're definitely in what's considered the dark of the moon in this fourth quarter. And there are just so many other things to get done in the garden that worrying about getting much in the ground this week should definitely go way, 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 way down the list. Now, anything that you do have in the ground, make sure you're keeping its water and moisture up, and make sure you're keeping an eye on those nighttime temperatures and mitigating anything there that might be coming around for you. Wednesday, we're going to come out of Pisces and we're going to go into Aries. Okay, so the moon's going to go void, of course, about 6:30 in the morning on Wednesday morning, and it's going to slide into Aries just a few minutes after 9 a.m. Aries is a fire sign, and this is, of course, excellent for any kind of breaking up and burning up and getting rid of debris or dead weeds that you don't want with fire. Excellent plan to do in Aries. But generally speaking, doing your cultivating, doing your weeding, doing any kind of removal of things that you don't want during a fire sign goes really, really well. It's hard for plants to take root and grow when the moon's in a fire sign. Doubly hard on that when the moon's in like this last quarter where we're sitting right now. So if you've got, patches of weed or things that you really don't want in the garden, this actually the next 2 days could be a golden opportunity to absolutely eradicate them. Aries is also a really good time for you to be doing repairs, doing anything with wood, anything around like fencing, structure building, taking care of putting up wood, doing any kind of woodworking. Wood and fire signs, generally speaking, are an excellent combination. Now, Friday, we're coming up to the very end of the month and the very end of the moon cycle. Now, when on Friday, pretty much the last day before the moon goes new. So if you're planning new moon ceremony, if you want to do something to like welcome in that new moon, you might want to plan it for your Friday night. Now, I know on most of your calendars, you're going to look at the moon and you're going to go, oh, Saturday is the night that of the full moon or the new moon rather. Well, yeah, it does go new on Saturday, but it actually hits that time where it goes new, where it makes that shift at about 1:30 in the afternoon. So by Saturday evening, when it's getting dark and that you're actually already into that moon cycle. So if you're planning on ceremony where you're wanting to welcome the new moon, you're wanting to get that energy up and building, Friday night could definitely be your choice. Now on Friday, the moon's going to go void, of course, in the afternoon. It's going to go void, of course, around 2:30 in the afternoon, and it's going to slide into Taurus at just a little bit after 5 in the evening. Once we get into Saturday, now we're in Taurus, and at a little after 1:30, the moon's going to go new. Um, that means that from tomorrow or from Saturday afternoon on, you're going to have fabulous planting energy, and Taurus is a really really good sign to be planting in. Fabulous stuff. Now we've got the new moon on Saturday, but we're sitting right on the cross quarter time of Beltane as well. It's been kind of converted to May Day in a lot of traditions and places. But it's in Britain and in places where they do have the flowers already. It's commemorated by gathering flowers. One of the nicest May Day traditions or Beltane traditions is to get up before the sun, wash your hands and face in the dew that's still on the grass, and gather flowers. And then you take these flowers not to your romantic love, but you take these flowers to people who you wish to grow and foster more friendship and relationship with in the coming year. So incredibly powerful energy of bringing in all of that new energy, all those lovely flowers. And this year, it is literally sitting right on the doorstep of the new moon. So it should be an incredibly powerful Beltane this year. And just to put the cherry on top, we will also be experiencing a partial solar eclipse. Now, we won't get to see it here because that solar eclipse is going to happen during what we see as like the height of that particular time. It's not going to be in a good position for us to see it, but we are going to experience a partial solar eclipse. One of the funnest things to do to help your kids understand a partial solar eclipse and what happens is to just take a piece of paper or cardboard, something that'll be quite rigid, and make a perfectly round circle in it. You can use a hole punch, make a perfectly round circle, and then hold that up so that the sun is shining through the circle. And as the moon moves across the sun, you will see in that circle become, it will get a bite taken out of it by the moon. Now, you can also really notice this effect if you're sitting out in the sunshine and the sun's coming through leaves, not likely to happen at this time of year, but I don't know if you've noticed the effect that when the sun comes through a lot of leaves or a canopy, it very often shows up as circles or spots of light on the ground. And during an eclipse, each one of those little circles of light will acquire a nice little bite taken out of it. So, we're coming up to a pretty magical weekend here, new moon, cross quarter day of Beltane, partial solar eclipse. try and catch that wave of energy and understand that this is a time of incredible growth and a huge upswing of energy. And really, I think entering us full scale into springtime. I don't think we're going to, here in BC, I don't think we're going to see any relapses into winter once we get this new moon out of the way. Now, we've been looking at, what we're going to be doing in the coming year for all of our various garden classes and garden videos and that, but we just couldn't resist sharing one of them with you. We had the opportunity to dig and purchase some really lovely Elliott blueberry bushes. Elliott is a variety that comes ripe in our region late in August or even into September. These are lovely, huge bushes, and we got them at an incredible bargain price. So we transplanted them into the teaching garden at Paradise Point, and I just can't resist the opportunity to show you this wonderful little video that Michael from Wide Eyed Video put together for us. And see you all next week. And in the meantime, hey, enjoy watching what we can do with blueberries that were taller than I am. Bye. Cool.
Okay. 9-year-old blueberry bush. Okay. You can see this sturdy wood growth here, and you can see how it's splitting and dividing a lot at the bottom. Blueberries are one of the bushes that you can propagate by digging out these little suckers around the bottom and periphery and transplanting them. And oh, look, there's an asparagus under there trying to emerge. We'll try not to break that off. Okay. So even though we've got a tarp, you can see that these roots are starting to dry. That's a bad thing. Okay, you really don't want to do that much at all. We've got a rainy-ish, overcast day, which is ideal for transplanting, and it really is. I'm going to cover those roots up, but I wanted you to see kind of the size and scope of a root ball on a large, well-established bush. And you see how down on this side the roots are not dried out? That's good. That's what we want. We don't want them drying out, because that is the biggest challenge to transplanting your plants all the time, is keeping those roots moist. Now here, see here, this here, right here, that could be isolated out, cut with a shovel. Make sure you get a part of the root clump, and there you'd have your own independent little bush. And we saw that lots out in the field yesterday digging these. Every one that we dug, there was 2 or 3 little ones that, were all around the outside edge. So yeah, once it's in the ground, give it a prune. Take back pretty much anything that looks like it's coming on new. Oh, this just, you got lots of bushes crowding and crossing each other, so keep in mind what your regular pruning principles. Get anything that's dead, broken, diseased looking should come off. Anything that's too high, too up, getting up to the sky too much should come off. And anything that's looking overcrowded, so you've got branches brushing against each other and crisscrossing, you don't want any of that. You want to prune all of that back.
Very when you have a tractor.
No, brilliant.
I know, Sarah, it's cheating.
No, it's not. I'm envious. You have a Kubota. So we've got our couple of holes, nice big wide. So now we just need to plunk a bush right in there and mound all this soil up. Oh, look at that. Oh, fellows, well done. That hole couldn't have been better matched if you'd got out a couple of calipers and a compass. Okay. Look at that.
The next 2, or do you want...
No, let's tap this in, okay?
Okay, hold on.
So yeah, we'll get these roots down and in as well as we can. stomp it down a bit on that other side too if you can. Tip it a little bit your way. Yeah, see if you can shove that in there a bit. Oh, I see. You gotta
Dig it out a bit.
You gotta make room. Make room.
Settle down in there.
Yeah.
That should be better, hey?
Yeah. Oh, much better. Yeah.
Forcing is never the preferred option.
Yeah. All right. That's awesome. And now we can put some of the supplements on at this point.
That is how you say well-aged sheep shit?
Oh, this is lovely. This is absolutely lovely. Like, look at this. Yeah, we've got really good wood chip, and the manure is so well composted that, no, it's all completely homogeneous. So we're going to just put not an excessive amount, you know, just a nice little sprinkle of it. The roots here. Come on. All the way around. There goes the hat. That always happens in the garden. Thank you, James.
I find I must wear my glasses when in the garden.
Yeah.
Because I get poked in the eye whenever I don't.
Yeah, no, it's true. Okay, so now we can just take all this dirt that you guys shoveled off and it can all go back in on top. So we've got this dirt mounded up rather high all the way around it, and that's okay because over the next couple of days it's going to settle. And as you water it in, it's really going to settle. So, you know, once you get that down, most of the crown is again going to be exposed. It's not a problem with a blueberry bush to bury the crown. You're not dealing with a graft like you are with a fruit tree that you have to kind of keep above ground until it's well established. You can bury them pretty deep, and once you water them in, like I said, those will, you know, that soil's going to shrink down considerably anyway. Yeah. So.